Hey, what's up, family? We're replacing the damaged flat roof panels from, if you look at this video right here, where the storm had tore up half of this thing here. If you look at this whole thing, this whole half was torn down. So luckily I ain't got to replace all of it, just replace half of it. And if you look right there, those are the panels there, and we're about to put them up. But another thing I want to bring to a lot of people's attention is, as you see this here, I replaced that wood piece. Now, I tried to replace it using this again, but this was damaged beyond repair. But all the other ones, if you look here, see this one, I used glue, just glued it back. And I used my clamps, clamped it down for a day. And the same thing on the other side was really bad. But another thing I want to bring to y'all attention is the glue that I use. Now, both of these are Gorilla Glues, but here's the difference. They both work very well. But the brown one, I particularly like the clear one. The brown one, it tends to leave all this, it foams up, you know, like that foam spray stuff. And if you look here, you can see. That way the next day, you got to be sanding all this down, otherwise it bubbles up. But if you look down that end, see the clear one? The clear one don't do that. That's the good thing about it. So the reason I brought that to your attention is, don't be so quick to always go buy something new just because it got a little crack in it a little bit. You can actually prepare it. Or like Clint Eastwood said in the old movie Heartbreak Ridge, adapt, overcome. But no, how do you know? Let me get it right. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Right? But anyway, so here goes some of the things we need to do this panel thing. Obviously, you're gonna need a cutter. Now, when I did the pole barn right there, when we did that pole barn over there, I actually used regular shears, and I took forever. But you know, nowadays, y'all see this here, be all on the internet. This thing only costs like $15, and it cuts like butter. You put it on your drill, cut like butter. So that's what we're gonna be using. You may have to use this, the hand seamer, maybe, to crimp it down a little bit. Obviously, you need your screws and all that. But now, let's get to work. We're gonna use this to cut opposed to the shears. Cut like butter, but we're on an angle, so I may have to use the shears. But as you can see, it cuts like butter. All right, what's up, family? So we're doing the flat roof panels. As you can see over here on this side, that is the old side. Remember the damage right here? What it had done from the storm? So we put on new panels. You can see how crisp and clean they are from that. But it's not gonna matter because we're gonna paint this whole side. So now if you come up here at the top, now we're gonna show you the actual install. It's not hard at all. So if you see right here, I already pre-corked, because that's where the drill's gonna go. That way the screws drill the cork right inside. So now and down at the other end, I already cut it to measure already. I already cut it to its measurements. So now, come over here. You see your seam here. Now just slide right in there. Push up. Boom, it's in there. But you see the gap here? Now this got to go under that. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold it a little. So then it goes right in there. If you look all the way down, you see it fold. See how it folded right in there. Now you come back up here. There you go. You push that over. Now it's under, but what I do to give it a little, because if you was underneath, you see it's not level. Give it a little bang, and because you see this here? You want that to go up all the way under. That way when it rains, you don't get no water underneath. See? And even underneath, it's nice and smooth. If you come back underneath, now you can see it's nice and smooth. But you do see the gap? Once I screw it over, it's gonna see like this. Well, I'm gonna do it with my hand real quick. Once I screw it over, boom, it's gonna be more closer like folks, that. See how you got the gap right there? That's a real simple thing. All of them, see how they come, it's kind of beveled like this. So at the top, it ain't so much about pushing it over. Even though you see how I push it over, it closes a lot of the gap. But when you get at the top, you push this down. When you push this down, it automatically pushes this over. So that's a key thing to remember. Remember, when you push it down, especially at the end, when you start screwing it down, you push this down. See like this, I'll show you. See how it's beveled? That's a perfect illustration. See how this is beveled right here, right? See how it looked like the half a moon right there? But once you pull this shit down, watch this. See that? And then once you push down, now look at the gap now. See, it closes that. And that's when you screw it down. So you push this down and push it over slightly and screw it down, and you'll close that gap. All right, folks, so we're at the end here. I know I said it earlier in the video. This whole bar here, I had to cut it because it was damaged about 2 feet, and I just improvised. I put a 2x2, which went inside this bar without having to buy a brand new one, because the brand new one would cost me like, I think it was $26 or $44, which is crazy. And that same 2x4 went all the way through to the other side. It's a bar, that same bar is up under here. And that's the same thing I'm putting here. Now I pre-drilled, as you see, put the screws in, make it easy on myself. Now this is a simple, even though you see all this, the glue and all that, this is how you hide that stuff. And you put this up here. This gives you a nice finish. Put that up there. There we go. That's what we want. Boom. And of course, it's always better if you got a helping hand with you.
To the middle.
Huh?
Screw the middle.
See, now you have a more finished look up there. Of course, I gotta paint that, obviously. We almost finished, but as you can see now, I gotta paint this. See all this here? This is where I had to sand it, because all that glue, it was like that foam spray, and obviously I gotta paint that. All right, family, so this is the part of the gutter rear. I love this little tool here, like it's called the Mill Finishing Roof Hanger with strap. You know, you gotta put your hangers with it. So I got it, my awning has a little bit of different configurations on it. So I love these hangers here. It clips up under it, and then this part here, see, it got a little part there, you just simply go in there, and this will give you all the space you need, or less. Let's say if you got a more pitched roof, you could just angle it to it. If you gotta leave even more, somewhat of a flat, you could angle it to it. And in my case, my awning, like I said, the configuration a little bit more. I'm gonna cut this here because this is actually too long. But see, it gives you 2 different slots for measurements. So I cut this halfway here, and now it extends as far as I need to pull my gutter up. So now, like I said, I'm gonna cut this to the size I need it, and I still have another fitting there. And then I'm gonna show you me actually install it, but I'm just gonna cut it right now. So the good thing about that, maybe you need this for something else, who knows, but this is all I need in this part. Just give you another part of the video to show you again. Remember, this is how it really looked. You see, I cut it to that length. Well, actually, it's around this side. So I cut it, and then we put the piece in, boom, give you 2 measurements. So we're ready to rock and roll. Let's put it in there. Remember, you put it in, then twist it to how you want it. Well, twist it to configurations that you need it. Now, just simply, remember, this hooks right up in there. See, it hooks right in there. See how it gives me that space? You see what I was talking about? If I use this, it's too long, it'll be hitting it. Of course, I could go on the side, but I just did it this way. So now, simply go to where you need it. That's simple. That's it, folks. And you see that? We got, still going? Got one there, one there, one there. I'm gonna do another one down there, have a total of 4. 4 of these hangers come in a pack. They're not expensive at all. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was like $7, $8, something like that there. All right, what's up, folks? This is the finished product. Y'all remember this video right here I did? Just how, because of the tree damage, it damaged the whole half of my backyard awning. And I had to redo it. So I got the 2 ladders there to show you the work that we did. So now let's show you. There you go. Whoop. As you can see, these are all brand new. A little dirt there, but you can clearly see the old over there, and these are all new. But I decided to save a little money. I actually used these 2 old ones as well because there was nothing wrong with them. I had to bend them back in place. But as you can see, we put it right back together. As I always say, a lot of times, instead of y'all calling these contractors, you can do a lot of this stuff yourself. Another thing I like to do when I'm using screws exterior wise, I always put corking, clear corking on any and all of my screws. That way it protects them. I hate seeing them over the years, you know what I'm saying, when they start looking very rusty. But yeah, we got our drain in and everything. And obviously, here's the remaining of the damaged ones. But as I said, some of them I was able to save because each one of these costs $47 a piece. So I said, man, forget that. I ain't gonna replace. If I could save some of them, now you could obviously see the difference. The old, the new. You could clearly see the difference. But yeah, finally done. And we did it ourselves, as we always do most of our work, opposed to calling these contractors. And of course, we cut the hole out, put the gutter spout in and everything. Let's give you another angle from this side. That's why I said I put the ladder up. As I said, once again, you could clearly see the difference of the new ones. And on the very end there, as I said, I saved those, bent them back into place. That's $100 for 2, because it's like $47, $48 a piece. I was like, whoa, that's $100. Let me bend these back in place. There's my anchors. Got one there. Got 4 altogether all the way down. And these, the old ones, see the difference here or there? I'm just gonna scrape those, power wash them, get them back clean. But yeah, we finished, as you can see there. I always, like I said, I put corking on all my screws. Protect them. But we are finished. It's a finished product. So as I always say, you can do it. Yeah, here's an added precaution we take. We water it down heavy. We've been watering it now for like the last minute or 2, just to make sure we don't got no leaks underneath. Make sure everything is done right. You can see the water's coming out the way it's supposed to. The drain spout. No leaks, nothing there. The water's coming out like it's supposed to. Under here, she's going heavy with the water. And as you can clearly see, no leaks, nowhere. Matter of fact, look at the ground to prove it to you. No leaks. That's from her spraying, as she sprayed over there, the ground. But there's no leaks whatsoever. Show you from another angle. No leaks at all. What happened? Yeah, as you can see, the water coming out like fast the way it's supposed to, because she's watering it down heavy, but there's no leaks, none whatsoever. So job well done. Once again, you can do it.
Great job.